to, as Mr. Gutt said, you people, if we were living in China, we would not want to go outside, period, end of story, depending on what city we're in, yeah? Okay? They're getting their same energy from the same source we are, except we have more government-enforced regulations through the 1970 Clean Air Act, which is not some liberal conspiracy. Nixon came up with it. Okay? Nixon came up with it. So, think about that just for a minute. Environmental regulation makes innovation. Innovation makes us have a better life. Okay? You still own a car. This isn't some crazy conspiracy where we're all going to be going back to the Stone Age and riding around on horses, which, by the way, horses produce methane by farting. Okay, so we wouldn't want to necessarily do that anyway. That's crazy. The catalytic converter is helping with that. Okay? So, let's be real. When we talk about government regulations and scientific evidence to look forward at how we can change and make a better society in the United States. If you don't want the regulation, if you want some sort of Gutt-infused world, then go to China. By all means, live there. They're free of regulation. Boom.
Mr. Freeman, you act as if China, India, and these other countries aren't on planet Earth. If they continue to emit CO2, and let's say we kowtow down to the left and we implement this nutty thing. We handicap our economy because we're going to be innovative. Okay? But again, there's going to be upfront costs. We're going to have to pay for it. Meanwhile, these other countries that are developing are continuing to emit. If they're continuing to emit while we reduce, the CO2 is still going up. It's still going to go up. It's still going to be global warming. And yet our economy is going to suffer. And again, our economy isn't doing so well right now. You know, a lot of you kids are going to have to find jobs. And it's going to be tough. Okay? As they continue to, again, in the real world, if you don't work for the government, you know, if you work in the private sector, they use energy, and they got to pay for it. It's not like the government where if energy goes up, if energy costs go up, okay, the government's like Aladdin's cave. The government's not going to run out of money. The schools will still have power. I'll still have a job. Mr. Freeman will still have a job. But the private sector, okay, private companies don't exist to provide jobs for people. They don't exist to provide health care for people. That's something that the left doesn't understand. Okay? It's capitalism that made this country great. Okay? Companies aren't going to exist if they can't make money. Okay? And no matter how much the left wants, okay? No matter how much the left wants, if a company can't make money, they're going to go out of business, and all the workers there, okay, they're going to be unemployed, and they're going to go on the government dole. And it's going to increase our costs, but at the same time, yes, we may have, you know, better or less emissions in the United States, but it's the whole freaking world. And if the whole world doesn't do it, then what's the result? Okay? I'm concerned about the money, people. Okay? You know, but again, I'm conservative. I'm the one that pays the bill. Okay? And many of your parents pay the bill as well. And again, my distinguished colleague can do his antics, which you would associate with me. You know, the left always says it's Trump that does these things. Okay? But again, you see how the left behaves when they're confronted with the bill. Okay? They behave like a child. Okay? When the bill comes, and if you guys go out, you're not going to want to pay for it. You're going to expect your parents to pay for it. And that's the left. The left just expects the parents to pay for it. It looks like I'm going to concede the floor to Mr. Freeman for his concluding remarks. And if you have questions, you can see this video, and I think you'll be able to post questions that Mr. Freeman and I will address after the holidays. And so I don't want to offend anyone, so I'll simply wish you all happy holidays. That was a beautiful rant. That was a beautiful rant, and I want to appreciate the nature of that rant. Again, with no evidence to back up his claim, but with words that were very passionate